Hey guys and gals, got another one for you today. Today I'm going to feature the STB-1 Tier 10 Japanese medium tank, and just going to try to make a cool float around the tank, but obviously I'm not too good at these controls, so I apologize for that mess. Flying solo tonight on highway, standard battle, a lot of tier 10s. We each have a 9. I lie. We have a 9 and 3 8s, and our 8s are all scouts. They have 2 9s and 1 8, and their 8 is also a scout. So to me, scouts in a 10 match, scouts in a 10 match are fairly equal as long as they're doing spotting. Now, am I saying a tier 8 scout is the same as a tier 10 scout? Absolutely not. But what I am saying is you can manage your scout in a tier 10 match with a tier 8 scout. Unlike a tier 8 heavy in a tier 10 match, your play style is just so much different. Alright, so what I like to do on highway is get by this bridge, get vision out in the middle, try to control the vision battle in the middle. And I know I repeat that all the time. In mediums and scouts, controlling the vision throughout the middle of maps usually is like the #1 thing to do if you want to win the match. If you're chasing damage, probably not the most important thing, but it definitely isn't a bad start. Now, one thing that you get to work at, or you start to feel better with about it, is working on when to fall back or get out of that position. And here in this game, there's some times where I really want to get out of position and fall back, but I just hold tight because of the way my team is set up. So you can see on the map, a lot of my tanks are going down the 890. We got heavy tank kind of in the middle in D7, and then I got 3 tanks behind me, but they're really not pushing. And then red team doesn't have a whole lot on the 1, 2, 3 line. Now they have an E5 that's coming over to give them help. I get a shot into him. Now I'm just going to poke up, and the STB-1 has great gun depression, so you want to find a ridgeline like this where you can utilize the gun depression. Bounce shell off that E5. Now I feel like they have some good shots on me here, so I'm gonna move a little bit. And I think they're actually hidden right now, so rather than sitting there staring at hidden heavy tanks, I'm going to look to the city to see if I can give them a hand. And I got this E4 out. Got his side, bounce that shell off of him. Now I'm just looking back to check to see what they're doing. And then now they have a medium tank, an Object 140 pushing up here. So to me, highway is kind of a tricky map. You really have to play off your teammates. City is, to me, one of the most important things. However, this one, if you lose your flank, if you lose the field and you don't send anyone there, you're gonna lose city, because it's so hard to clean up city when you're getting flanked. Like Miravanka, if you know that you have the numbers, you pretty much can just push over and win it, and then they don't have the ground to come back and take it from you because you have the high ground. Whereas this one, If you lose field, they're going to be pretty much where my team is in D8, and they're going to be able to shoot down into city. However, if you do win city before you lose field, then it kind of just flips, and it's a matter of getting back to your cap to make sure they don't cap you, but also moving forward to continue a push. And that's why this map is fun, just because it's not the same every single time. So I poke up here and I'm trying to shoot through this, and the shots are just kind of awkward. Now I've switched to heat because the E5 I can't see his lower plate anymore. I can only see his cupola. We bounce shells off each other there. But I don't want him to be able to move forward, so that's why I keep poking. Whereas some people wouldn't risk trading that health. I want to stay up here and make sure that he's not going to advance. Like, he's not going to turn his side to me if I'm shooting at him. He's going to keep his armor forward and not make any advance. Now the 140 kind of recognizes this and starts to make a play into the city, and you can see the way my team is set up. We got different angles, and that's why I wanted to stay here. Like, it doesn't feel like they're doing a lot for me. However, the fact that I have 4 tanks and 4 different angles on these guys is the reason why I'm gonna stay here and be confident. So look for a shot in between the houses on that 140, and I can't find it. They're starting to move down the river too, so I'm trying to keep an eye on that. So I open up the angle a little bit more, and sure enough, I got shots on this 140. So I lock him down with the tracking shot, and now my teammates can open up crossfire on him. Shoot through his rear drive wheel again. He fixes it. So I get one more shot into his side, and now he knows he can't stay there. He's going to drive out here, and I don't know if he just picks Scout or Death Star maybe. I'm not sure who he's looking at, but that is Scout. He shot the Scout before I killed him, so I missed the first shot, got the second shot, shut him down. And really, this tank you don't really want to overcommit. Like the Leopard, I can confidently like make aggressive moves because that gun is more accurate. This gun is not very accurate, so it'll troll you a lot, and if you try to depend on it, that's when you're gonna miss your shots and just spend too much of your health points to move around on the map. So I thought I had a shot in between those 2 houses. I tried to snap it off pretty quick. Then as he was backing down, I just made a quick little aiming shot at his track and shot, but it wasn't even close. And that's once again due to the accuracy. The bloom on this is just horrendous. Not to mention, once it finally aims, it's still one of the worst tier 10 medium accuracy tanks. Alright, so as I come over, I look to make sure the Death Star isn't looking at me. And then I get a tracking shot. If I missed his rear drive wheel there, I wouldn't have pushed over the ledge, but since I locked it down, I knew that he couldn't move, which would allow me to get in behind him. And what I thought we were going to lose city, we actually pulled city off. I'm going to shoot into this T10's rear drive wheel. And really, guys, if you want to get more XP, you got to learn how to shoot into drive wheels or rear drive wheels. You're going to take off their tracks. You're going to gain XP for tracking people. And then this 13105 comes flying over the hill. I get a shot into him, get some damage as he climbs over me. So I know he shot once at me, he shot once at the Death Star, and now he's reloading. Slows down because of the water. And now it's pretty much game over. So it's kind of like a patient game. Game patience and utilizing my team. Thankfully my team stayed strong, didn't flinch, didn't try to over push it once we killed the 140. Like, a lot of the times you'll kill one tank and you know the other two are beat up, but you're not exactly sure how many tanks are back there, and you'll watch your team just push in there recklessly and end up throwing your advantage away, and you'll have to work harder to finish up the game if you can. So as my Hawk comes over the ridge here, he gets shot by the E5 and shut down. I bounce off his lower plate. He pens me, puts me on a one-shot. So I'm aiming carefully again. This time it goes through, so I end up with 4 kills, 19 pens, 12 crits, 5 spots, 2 track target hits, and 3 spots. 5 spotting hits, I meant. I guess my goal right now is just to try to get Ace Tankers in like all my tier 10s and then get videos on them, and then I'll just make a sub video line where people can go to watch tier 10 Ace Tankers. And I guess as I get them the better game, I'll probably just replace it. So if, let's say I have a better STB game, then I'll probably just replace it with that video. That way it doesn't get overwhelmed with tons and tons of videos. Alright, so overall did 6,300 damage, 4 kills, also assisted for 1,100, and I don't think a lot of that was spotting. I mean, I had 2 track target hits, and one of them was the Death Star killing the T10, I believe. So let's see. My AMX M454 did 5,500 damage, 3 kills. My Jageru did 5k damage, 0 kills. And really, I'm guessing those two pretty much carried the city. The T57 Heavy was left in the city, and he ended up doing 2,202 kills. But for some reason, didn't want to push on the E5. I'm not sure what his health was at the end. Let's see. Their E5 did 2,500 damage, 4 kills. Their E100 had 4,400. Their Death Star had 4k damage, and he was over by us. Their 430U had 3,300. They had a lot of good tanks, and that's why it came down to us only surviving 3 tanks. It was a close match throughout the whole way, but you don't want to panic. You gotta get your damage where you can, and as long as you're providing good vision for your team, you're going to have a good shot at it. If you throw your tank away, obviously you lower your chances. So completed the stage 3 of Deadbolt contract with that game, and it's on to the next one. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.